I swear my dreams keep me up at night. Cardi's on my vision, can't lie. As a man, I turn my ghost to ice. FM had it too, now they advise.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Ashley's Joys. Sorry if the light is bright, as I probably have mentioned in my last two videos, because this light is bright because I don't know how to work the ring light yet. So just excuse me, I'm sorry. But I just told you guys a couple story times about a few things. One was about the time I almost got kicked out of college, and the other time was about my first panic attack. If you want to see those videos, go ahead and check the description box below so you can check them out. But while you're at it, down there checking out the description box, make sure you press that subscribe button. Let me give you a second to do it. Did you do it yet? Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, let me stop. So I'm gonna do two videos today. One is gonna be right now, the story time about my crazy stalker when I was in college, and then the second one is gonna be a smash or pass video, which literally I got like 10 requests to do this. So I'm gonna do it, but I'm just nervous about doing it because I don't really care for doing smash or passes. So I'm gonna do kiss or diss. Anyways, let's get into the story time. So this story happened when I was in college. I was actually in my freshman year of college, and it was this guy who was actually my mentor for a program that I did in the summer prior to going to college. And this guy was really cool, really nice, you know. That was that. Well, school starts, and I talked to this guy. If you have not checked out my video about, you know, the guy who talked to so many of my friends, yeah, this happened around that time. So I talked to this guy. I'll leave that video below, by the way. But I was talking to this guy, and it was this other guy who really liked me, and I was dating this guy, and he was upset that I was dating this guy because he wanted me to date him. And I'm like, no. First of all, I wasn't interested, you know, no shade, I just was not interested. He was way older than me, not way older than me, but he's like 3 years older than me. He was like a senior, and I was a freshman, so like 4 years older than me. And so, I mean, it's little things that I have to kind of like add up to you guys into the finale, okay? Because he was crazy. So, one day, I was with my best friend. And I have two best friends, Imani and Margie. And I met them both in college. And I have a lot of friends that I'm very close with. Like all my other friends that I'm extremely close with, those are my babies, and I'm really close with them. But I do only have two like best friends. And when I was in college, my best friend Imani, around the time, like, she was kind of staying with me a little bit in our dorms because she had her own apartment, but she was always there by herself, and we had the same class. We just became really close. We were studying together, just everything. And this guy used to text my phone, and oh my God, no, he did not. He used to write me on Facebook. He didn't have my number at this point. He used to write me on Facebook, and I would never reply. It sounds so rude, but it's because I told him I had somebody I was talking to, and he was ignoring that fact, and he kept writing me, so I just ignored it. Like, okay, well, he's just not gonna listen, so I'm just not gonna reply. So he kept writing me, and I wasn't replying, right? So one day I was in the, this sounds so crazy, but I was in the cafeteria, and literally, y'all, I'm just like walking with my food, not thinking of nothing, just walking, and this guy taps me on my shoulder, and I didn't know who it was. So I turned, and I'm like looking who it was, and he's like, "Oh, you don't know me?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" You know. He was like, "I wrote you on Facebook. You didn't." I said, "Oh, I didn't know what to say." I said, "I didn't see it, but I did see it." But I said I didn't see it because I didn't know what I was gonna say. "Oh yeah, I seen it. I was just ignoring you," to his face. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Call me fake if you want. I just didn't have the balls to say to his face, "I was ignoring you." I just said I didn't see it. And he was like, "No, you seen it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Now, at that point, I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I told you I was talking to somebody." He's like, "Whatever." He had attitude, and he walked away. And I'm confused. I'm sitting there with my tray like. So, that day, that night, I was telling my friend about everything that had happened. And so in my Facebook inbox, he wrote me and he was like, "You're gonna act fake. You act like you don't see my messages. You know, blah 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 blah." Just like I should really find the messages and show you guys and block out his name, because if you read the messages, y'all, you're gonna be like, "What? This guy is psycho." And I honestly am just like, what do you do, right? What do you do? So I showed her the messages. He wrote me. He was writing me that night, like, just mad. And I did not barely talk to this guy. I barely said a word to him. I mean, he was cool. He was our mentor. But I barely talked to him in real life because he was just somebody who wasn't in my circle. It just wasn't somebody who I hung around. Didn't really know many people who hung around him either. So it was one of those things. So days go by. He was writing me every day, y'all. It was literally every single day. Hey, how are you? What are you doing? Text me your number. What's your number? I'm asking for your number. Hey, I seen you the other day walking. You didn't say hi. And I'm a little scared. Like, yo. Like, at first, it was kind of like, okay, he's just persistent. But now you just crazy. Like, you keep writing me and I'm not writing you back. And then you tell me you see me walking. Like, what? Yo, I was like, this guy's crazy. Now he talking about he see me walking. Like, would you be watching me? So, y'all, I was on the elevator one day, and I'm literally on there by myself. Going up to the 3rd floor, because that was the floor I was on in Acres Hall. If you go to Michigan State, go green. Acres Hall was my first dorm, and I lived on the 3rd floor, and I was, or the 2nd floor. Was it the 3rd or the, it was one or the other. It was 3rd or the 2nd. It was the 3rd or the 2nd. I don't remember. One or the other. I was going to that floor. And when I get on the elevator, the door's about to close. Nope. Guess who come in the elevator? Just guess. Yep. Him, the crazy guy. So I'm like, oh snap. So I, do what any normal person would do. Act like I was already on my phone. Not a good idea. Take my phone out. I'm just looking at my phone. Now, I wasn't touchscreen, y'all. I had a flip phone, right? So I flipped that boy out, and I was just like acting like I was playing a game or something. And just because I felt very awkward, I didn't know what to say, and I didn't know what to do. So I just like, and then I hear him say, "Ashley," and I'm like, huh? He's like, "Oh, you on your phone?" I'm like, yeah. He's like, "You didn't see my Facebook messages?" I'm like, I don't have Facebook on this phone. This is a flip phone. This is I didn't have a BlackBerry. This is a Metro flip phone that I used to call Raspberry, okay? It kind of looked like a wannabe, it was called ZTE something, but I called it Raspberry because it was red, okay? And everybody had BlackBerry, so I just named mine Raspberry. So, I'm like, I don't have a Facebook on my phone. He's like, "But you don't have a laptop?" I'm like, oh, I didn't. Y'all, this story probably sounds like I'm making this up. I'm not even lying, though. Like, I'm serious. This is crazy because just imagine somebody was kind of stalking you, and you get on the elevator, and they're on the elevator questioning you about your phone and about why you don't write them back when you made it clear that you're not going to be talking to them. So, anyway, I was already see you later. Got off the elevator, got off the floor, went to my floor, got off the elevator, checked behind me, make sure he wasn't following me like Jason up in this thing, making sure you wasn't trying to be on some psycho stuff. So I was literally like, y'all, ducking and diving and, just trying to get ready, because if all right, let me stop being silly. But yeah, so I go to my dorm room, and my roommate was there, and I told her about what happened, and she was like, "Oh, that's crazy," right? Fast forward towards the end of the year, right? Because we gonna fast forward, because I didn't really see him after that. Y'all, this would get crazy. The guy who I was talking to that day, if you watch my story time, I told you about the time I went to his dorm, and I went to tell him about, basically we ended, our dating life, whatever, because it just wasn't working out. So the day that I walked there, me and my friend Chanel, y'all, I'm walking, right? I'm walking. And I get a text message. Yes, a text message. A text, not a Facebook message, a text message. And it says, "I see you walking. Where are you going?" And I don't know who this is. I do not know who this is. So I'm looking like, and I'm thinking it's one of my friends playing games or trying to scare me, because I used to be the type of person who used to prank people and stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, like, who is this? And y'all, when he said his name, my heart dropped, and I showed my friend. I was like, look. And she was like, what? I'm like, this is the crazy stalker guy. So she's like, oh crap. And literally when I show her that, she's like, we gotta make some turns or something, because what if he's following us? He was following us because we took a different route, and he says, he texts me back like, I could take you home, I could pick you up, I still see you. How do you still see me? I went another way. I literally did a freaking turn, like a 180 in the opposite direction. You to still have seen me, like you were following us. So when he says that, my friend's freaking all over, like, how did he know me this way? I'm like, I don't know. He write me again. He's like, hello. He called my phone, y'all. He called my phone. And I want to know where he at. Because if he crazy, I'm like, let me answer this phone. I need to know. I'm answering so I can know where you are in space. So I answered. He like, hello? I'm like, hello? He was like, did you see my message? I said, where are you? I'm like, who are you? First of all, who are you talking to? Second of all, if I wasn't scared of you, I would cuss you out, but I didn't do that. I was just like, hello? He was like, Ashley, I see you and your friend. Who is that? And I'm like, yo, this guy is at this point, I'm literally thinking, this is kind of like low-key, like a stalker type of obsession type of stuff going on, because you watching me, you see him with a friend, you ask me who these are. I did not talk to this guy. This is the part when I get past to some people. I did not speak to him. Never met up with him, never hung out with him, except for when we was inside of a program called. I see him. He was a mentor. It wasn't like we even had a long conversation. It was just like, hey everybody, hey Ashley, that was it. It was never a deep conversation. He probably didn't even know my last name, maybe from Facebook. He didn't know what class I was taking, he didn't know my major. He barely knew anything about me. I did not know this guy. That's what I want to get across to y'all. I did not really know him. So for him to be coming at me like this on the elevator in real life, I didn't know what to do. I never been in these situations. I was a freshman. I was still young. And yes, I know some people may say, Ashley, you were not too young. You were not dumb. You was 18. But y'all gotta understand, when you're in a situation you never been in, you kind of like don't take it serious. You like, you know, they just tripping. But this guy was low-key psycho. Let me tell you how I know. So that happened, and I felt uncomfortable. I told him, I said, I don't feel comfortable. I don't really know you. I'm sorry. Like, and I lied. I said, I have a boyfriend, and I would really appreciate if you stop texting me, stop all this. I'm like, because I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. And he's like, got an attitude, hung up. Okay, whatever. Y'all, that summer, I was up at, why I say it like that? It's like I was like 500 pounds heavier. That summer. But that summer, I was up in Lansing, and I was actually staying with my best friend and my cousin, because she was up there. And yeah, we went to this party. One of the girls who was at the party mentioned his name, and I said, hey, I know him, kinda. She was like, oh my gosh, this guy's crazy. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. I'm not the only person who thinks this. So I walk up to her. I don't know this girl. I'm like, tell me about it. He used to like stalk me, and she's like, he stalked me too. Y'all. When she said it, it was 3 other girls who said the same thing. Y'all. This guy apparently literally got kicked out of school. I did not know this at the time. I did not know this. He got expelled from our school because of some charges that came against him for sexual assault and for assault. What a coincidence, right? Because this guy assaulted me in some type of way by constantly calling my phone, by texting me, by just being like crazy. And he apparently assaulted his girlfriend, and the whole campus knew about it but me. Like, why didn't I hear about this story? So if you go to Michigan State and you probably hear this, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to say no names. Please don't comment. Don't say no names. Don't do nothing. Please, I'm not trying to be in no type of drama. I'm just telling y'all a story of my life and what happened to me. But he had an assault case against him for assaulting somebody who was not his girlfriend and assaulting someone who was his girlfriend. So just to give you a little background. And the craziest thing is that so that all happened. I haven't heard from him since, you know, like none of that. They just forgot about it. My brain is done with that, right? We're going to move on to my junior year when I stayed with my 3 roommates. One of my roommates, this was her friend, I did not know, and he was up there. I walk in my door and I see him sitting on our couch. Now you can think, you can already imagine what my brain was thinking. Because now I know that this guy assaulted his girlfriend. I know that he was, you know, he got kicked out of school. Like, I'm thinking, shoot, what is he doing here? And my friend come out, hey everybody, this is my friend. I'm like, oh, he like, I know. I'm like, hey, yeah, I haven't, hey, he know that face. I haven't seen him. How are you doing? I mean, really, your hair. You're like, what the heck? You're crazy. Like, and when she says it's her friend, I'm like, oh, yeah, I knew him from Snip. So I'm thinking, why? So the rest of my roommates, we're all like, the other two is me, and the other two were conjuring up in one of the rooms, like, why is he here? Like, and they know that he's crazy too. Because these other roommates, I knew them and they also knew about him and they also know about the case. They also know about him getting kicked out. So, and I'm telling them about what he did to me and they're like, oh, and my other roommate's like, oh, he used to kind of stalk me a little bit low-key, like on my pictures on Facebook. I'm like, oh, wow. So we all know this. But why does she have him there? I don't know. So anyway, he was cool that weekend. He didn't say nothing or anything. I actually had a boyfriend. And the guy I'm still dating now. And so he didn't say anything. Especially when he seen him, he like, oh no, I ain't gonna try that. Okay, then he ain't gonna try that. So you know, when he seen him, he ain't say nothing. But regardless, he didn't say anything. Period. Regardless whether he seen him or not. So he was cool. But other than that, yo, that was my crazy stalker in college. I don't know why he stalked me. I look kind of like, I mean, I guess in college I used to be so high maintenance. Sometimes now I just look like a bum. You know, back then I did too. Sometimes, yeah. College, high school. Lord Jesus, I don't know what I look like. I mean, nowadays we have glow ups. Nowadays they don't have glow ups. We had glow ups, okay? But that's the story time about my crazy stalker in college. If you like this video, this long video, hopefully it was entertaining to you. It wasn't funny to me when it was happening, but that was funny because now I have story time to tell you guys. I'm working on talking slower. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The button's below. So, I will see you in the next video. Comment below if you ever had a crazy stalker or anything like that. And share this video. And I love y'all. And bye. I'm about to do the Smash or Pass video next. So, if you want to see it, just watch it.